You have a problem. You know you need to solve it, but not right now. I'll figure it out later, right? Except later never comes and the problem keeps growing. So you need to build your income stream, right? You know this. It's urgent, but not urgent enough to deal with today, right? I'll figure it out later. Your job isn't secure. AI is replacing people. Your industry is changing, but not today. I'll handle it later. You need to post content, build your audience, make offers. But you're busy right now. I'll get to it later. Months pass. You keep saying later, but later never becomes now. It just becomes another later, right? Meanwhile, someone else heard the same wake-up call. They didn't say later. They said now, even though they were busy, even though they weren't ready, right? 6 months pass. They have an income stream. They have options. They built their backup plan. And you're still saying later. The problem didn't go away, right? It got worse. Your job got less secure. The industry shifted more, right? You're further behind because later is just never with better packaging, right? You're not planning to do it later. You're planning to avoid it indefinitely. And calling it later makes you feel better about the avoidance, right? And when you say, I'll figure it out later, you mean it, right? You're not lying. You genuinely believe you'll handle it. But life doesn't create later, right? Life only gives you now, right? You keep choosing to use now for other things, right? That's prioritization. You are prioritizing everything else over your future. It makes sense why, right? Urgent things demand attention. Important things can wait, right? But here's what happens when important things always wait, right? Number one, later is how you lose years without noticing, right? You said later 2 years ago, and then again last year, and then 6 months ago, and then last month. Now it's today, and you're still saying later. You didn't lose 2 years in one decision. You lost them in hundreds of later decisions, right? Each one felt small. I'll do it tomorrow, next week, next month. But they add up. 2 years of later equals 2 years of nothing. You can't get those years back. You can't rewind time. The opportunity you had 2 years ago is gone. Later costs more than you think. It costs time you can't recover. And number two, the problem doesn't wait for you to be ready, right? You're waiting for the perfect time when you're less busy, when you have more clarity, right? When it feels right. The problem doesn't care about your timeline. Your job is being evaluated right now. AI is improving right now. Your industry is shifting right now. While you're saying later, the problem is saying now. And when the problem forces you to deal with it, you're scrambling, right? Desperate. No time to prepare. You're choosing to deal with it from weakness instead of strength, right? That's what later creates. Number three, now is always better than later, right? You think waiting will make it easier. It won't. It makes it harder. Waiting means less time, more urgency, more pressure, more desperation. Building your income stream now while you have a job, you have time. money, resources, mental space. Building it later when you've lost your job, you have no time, no money, and you're in panic mode. Now gives you advantages, right? Later takes them away. Every day you say later is a day you're weaker, not stronger. So how do you stop saying later? How do you make now the default instead of someday? You fix the mindset that makes you believe later is safer than now, right? The false belief that you'll have more time, the illusion that problems wait for you to be ready. Your mindset is 95% of this. You can know exactly what to do, and you probably do. But if your mindset keeps you saying later, you won't do it. I realized later was costing me years. I stopped believing I'd have more time and started using the time I had. And that's when things started to change. Not when I felt ready, but when I stopped waiting to feel ready. Link is in the description if you want to check it out. And drop a fire emoji if you're done saying later and doing it now. And I'll see you tomorrow. I'm out.